Hi guys, we're fifth year students from Dhananjay Sagar College of Architecture. My name is Samanvita.
I'm
And I'm
Rohan.
Sanjana.
So we're here to share our journey and experience through the Dhananjay Sagar College of Architecture. We all had very wild and different experiences in the past 4 years. So Rohan, would you like to tell us how yours was?
Yeah, I was one of those kids who wanted to do everything and extremely excited as soon as I entered college. So we used to have architecture events like Zonasas and ANDC design competitions and all of that. So I was that guy who went to all the seniors and spoke to everyone, took part in all competitions. So it was a very wild first 2 years for me. So me sinking in to the field of architecture itself came in with a lot of blows from so many directions in terms of competitions and how to design and things like that. So I'm someone who has a FOMO, a lot of things. So that was my first 2 years. It was a lot of things packed.
I think to take over from Rohan, I was a very different kid. I joined architecture without knowing anything about architecture. And I think, especially after looking at a lot of people like Rohan and a lot of other people, made me step out of my comfort zone. And Dhananjay Sagar really helped it because there was no barrier between me joining any competition or taking part in any of these competitions. They really pushed us. And if you had any doubts, you could still go to the faculty and they'd help you out with all of those things. Sanjana, what was your experience? At least the first 2 years.
Personally, I did a lot of research before joining into architecture, and I asked a lot of people about their experience. So I knew what I was getting into. So Dhananjay Sagar was exactly how I thought it would be according to workload and everything. But to be honest, I enjoyed the first 2 years, got good friends, made a lot of friends, made a lot of good memories, explored so much in terms of, academics, in terms of going on trips, in terms of having so many different experiences that I didn't have in 11th and 12th, where it was very strict, very structured. This is very informal, very, very light, and, I was looking forward to every semester. It was very different. So yeah.
Yeah, so now that you mentioned about trips and the kind of friendliness that happens within the college, so it's been 4 years, and of course, the past 1 year has been a very different experience for us. But how do you think we got through the past 4 years, and how does it feel to have finally be the senior most in college?
It's still very new. I mean, I can't believe we are the final years. I mean, it feels like we just, finished our NATA, CET, all the chaos, and entered college, and now it's suddenly we're in the fifth year. It's very intimidating because we're almost in the end. We have to find jobs, whatever that we want to do next. But then the 4 years have been a roller coaster. There was a lot of emotions, a lot of I don't know, excitement, lot of everything together, and really.
Yeah, like she said, when she mentioned roller coasters, there have been times when architecture is all I wanted to do, be like the greatest Franco Gehry from India or something. But at the same time, there are days when you're like, why? Why did I take this up? Is this what I signed up for? My friends are getting jobs and I'm here drawing lines. But I feel it was these 4 years have been you could segment them into what they taught you, not academically. I'm not limiting myself to academics. There are very different aspects to college that one learns over these 4 years, and it was an excellent experience for me. And obviously you have to put in the work for it, and I think that is the investment you make into attaching so much to the course. And Samanvita, I'm pretty sure you have your take on your journey too. What is that?
Yeah, I think the first year I was a very shy kid, and then as I went on through the second and third years, I kind of felt that nudge from the faculty and the friends that okay, you have to start interacting with your seniors. They'll teach you all that you need in college life. So now being those seniors, I am the senior most in college, and it feels so different. But it makes a lot of sense why faculties used to push us to go talk to our seniors and ask us to participate in things with them, or why that there was this rapport between us and the faculties to be more open, to speak out, to kind of engage with them at all times. Because now at this point you realize how important all of that has been. I think obviously whichever college you join, it will be all the more special. But of course, we'll have to say it was special here because we got that kind of freedom. So DSA did help out a little bit. That kind of freedom, I guess.
I think DSA, what they did was they enhanced the domain of seniors we had, because the faculty themselves became a part of our seniors. They were someone we could approach in that sense. So I feel that brings us to where we are now. Like, I am in that part of the roller coaster where I'm very happy to be doing architecture. I know what I want to do. I know myself better slightly as a person, because I've dealt with, I think problem solving is a huge part of architecture that DSCA deals with. They let us do it. Things are not spoon fed in like to enhance and embellish our development as problem solvers at the end of the day. So right now I am at a place where I'm standing on a good podium that the college is given, and I'm looking up at what else I could do as an individual rather than a factory product of what maybe another conveyor belt. So where are you guys now?
I think I'll ask Sanjana this, because all three of us are very different with the way we work academically, besides academics as well. So how would you put forth how all three of us work and how the faculty or like how the SCA helped you get through that?
To be honest, I mean, one thing that we were given was to explore and experiment all, it might be academic or any other co-curriculars. We were given the freedom to explore and experiment whatever that we want to do. And there are a lot of, the faculty is there's a lot of variety in the faculty itself. So you have a lot of people from different walks of life. So each one has their own style. So you can approach different people and get different information. So, and different, perspective of your design or whatever it might be. So that's one thing that that's something that highlighted my journey in the, past 4 years.
To take on from what Sanjana said, when I say we're all very different, yes, like Sanjana said, it was because we're all so different. We all found this certain set of faculties that we're very comfortable with, that we know, okay, if I'm in doubt with this person that I cannot talk to this person, I always have somebody else I can always talk to. So there's always somebody that has been approachable for us. And it was less of a teacher-student rapport and more of a mentor-mentee rapport, which made it so comfortable probably for us. And at this point, we're doing a thesis and we know, okay, if I cannot talk to this person, I know I can always go to this person and they will help me. So there is that confidence that I will get my things done no matter who I am with, because I always have someone else comfortable.
Yeah. So I think that is architecture in DSCA. Like, we don't know any other word, but I'm like very happy to be in this. I think this summarized what architecture was for us, all the ups, all the downs. Like, there are redos that you're thrown down with, there are all-nighters that you're pushed to pull off, but I think at the end of the day, it did what I expected it to do.
Yep, I think it was a huge leap for all of us, but I think at the end it was like a holistic and a beautiful journey so far, and DSA obviously made it all the more special for us.
Definitely. I mean, at least until 12th, it was very different, and college turned out to be very different, and school. So yeah, it was very beautiful. I mean, I might have, as Rohan said, I might have been, oh, why did I take architecture in few points? But then now that 4 years have complete, I don't regret any single day. Everything was part of the journey, and it was beautiful.